Uh, Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So, this week is going to be my last week for trading for the year. So, next week I will not be streaming. So, this week will be the last week because next week we are going to be having a lot of news, a lot of bank holidays, a lot of holidays within next week. So, I might Okay, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Once again, sorry for the delay. Okay, so as I'm saying, today is going to be my last day for today is going to be my last trading day because looking at the fundamentals, I was just going through the fundamentals. Next week is going to be festive season. Next week is when the Christmas starts. So I'm going to stop trading. So you see the this thing the bank holidays, a lot of bank holidays next week. So I'll not be trading within the festive season. So I'll just take a break, relax, just reflect and plan on how I'll be executing. So even though price will be moving, but I will just discipline myself not to even open the chart. The next week I will not be trading. I'll just discipline myself not to open the chart. Just to reflect, take a break, reflect on myself and see how it's going to go. So I'll be taking a break next week. So if you don't see me online, if you don't see me streaming, then that's the reason. That's the reason. So we are going to be having this thing retail soul. So this thing has already played out. This thing has already played out. 25 pips. Yeah, so it's played out around 6. Okay, so as I'm saying, I'll be taking a break next week. So next week I will not be streaming. Okay, I will not be streaming next week. So if you don't see me online, then I'm taking a break. I just want to reflect on how I'm going to tackle next year and everything. So this year hasn't been bad. If I look at this year hasn't been bad. So looking at my what's the name self? My FX book. I think it's only December that I had a rough month, but the rest of the month wasn't bad. December have December has been rough. It looks like even my system doesn't work. Any trade I would take it's a loss. Any trade I would take is a loss. So December has been bad for me. So I just have to take a break. But the rest of the month, starting from so I started taking records of my this thing from May to this thing. It wasn't bad. So looking at my records, it hasn't been bad for the year hasn't been bad. So looking at my trading account, so for May I had a profitable month. I had 1.2% on my account. June to I had 2% on my account. July to I had a profitable month, 4.7. You get it, 4.7. So let's see the rest of the month. So August was the one that I had a tiny drawdown. August, I had a tiny drawdown of negative 0.4, which is even less than what 1%. September, I had a profitable month of 2.3%. October, I had a profitable month of 3.3%. You get it? So let's see the rest of the month. So November, December, December has been bad. November, I had a tiny drawdown of 0.7. December, I'm down negative. You get it? So from May to it's only I think November, December has been the month that So trading is all about ups and down, ups and down. You get it, but you just have to pick yourself up and what you move. It's a game of you struggle for the month, okay? You struggle. It's all about you fight. So November, December has defeated me, so I just accepted my defeat. Get, but the rest of the month was quite profitable. Okay, it was quite profitable. So let's see. So I have to just take a break from this year. So next week I will not be streaming. I'll just reflect on, just redesign my trading plan and see how things are going to go. Okay. So you just have to take a break. That's it. You just have to take a break. So let's see. Today is what 20, is it 20th, right? So today is Friday, 20th. So we are going to be having retail sales. We are going to be having retail sales. So at 7 a.m. we are going to be having retail sales. So on retail sales, this is what they are expecting. They are expecting 0.5. The previous numbers was negative 0.7. Is it negative? Mostly this thing usually confuse me. So negative 0.7%. The forecasted one is 0.5. So that means what? What they are expecting is higher than the previous numbers. Okay, so if it is higher than the previous numbers, then the pound should be good, or the pound should be strong. You get it? The pound should be strong. If that's what they are expecting, then the pound should be strong. Okay, because the previous numbers was 0.7. Now they're expecting 0.5. So the retail sales is positive. So if retail sales is positive, then if retail sales is positive, then the pound should be strong. Okay, so looking at GBP USD, what are we expecting it to happen? So if the pound is strong, then we need to see a buy. Okay, we need to see a buy. But it will be released around, you have like 5 minutes for the retail sales to be released. So we are not going to take any action, we are not going to take any trade until the news has been released before. You get it? So let's do our technical analysis and see whether the technical analysis also aligns with what? The fundamentals. So I'll be sending the link in case you have any question. You can either, and you can type it inside the chat box. Okay, you can use the link. You can use the link. You join me on the stream, show your face, and you ask your question. Then you hop off. Okay, very simple. Okay, so let's do the technical analysis and see what whether it's going to align with the fundamentals. So looking at the technical analysis, we're having this strong area of interest over here. We're having this strong area of interest over here at the what monthly time frame. At the monthly time frame, we are again having this. We are again having this rejectional level 2 over here at the monthly time frame. So these are the various rejectional levels. So looking at the weekly time frame, so on the weekly time frame, we have this rejectional level at the weekly time frame. So this point is all rejectional levels. This point is all rejectional levels. So looking at the weekly time frame, the trend is what? The market is trending down. You get it? The market is trending down. So it is what? A downtrend. Looking at the daily time frame, the daily time frame trend is what? The daily time frame trend is a downtrend. You get it? The daily time frame trend is a downtrend. So price is currently on this rejectional level. So if you look at the daily time frame, you can see that level is being retested over here multiple times. It's being retested over here. Rejection, rejection, rejection. You get it? It is being retested at that point several times over here. So the chances that price will pull up, will move up is very high. But normally I don't take the counter trend trace. Okay. So I would love for price to just make a nosedive, just price to retrace, then I'll go in for a sell. That's what I would love to do. So we're having a lot of rejectional level. If you come to the daily time frame, H4 time frame too, you can see the same thing over here. You can see the same thing over here. Yeah, so if they are expecting the dollar to be strong, then I think maybe GBP USD is going to move up. But we're having like 1 minute 36 seconds for the news to be released. So after the news has been released, the retail sales has been released, then we see what we can do. So we have like 1 minute for the news to be released. That's what I'm saying. They're expecting what? The pound, what? They're expecting strength in pound. They're expecting the pound to gain strength. So if they're expecting the pound to gain strength, then we need to see what some buys over here. So we have some few seconds for the news to be released. So it has already taken off. It has already taken off. So 16 seconds more for the news to be released. So 7 o'clock AM GMT. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So it wasn't all that heavy move. It wasn't all that heavy move. So what? Okay, so let's check out what happened with the retail sales, the numbers that came in. Let's look at the numbers that came in for the retail sales. Okay, so it was negative. Okay, comparing the actual to the forecast, the retail sales was negative. It was totally negative. The retail sales was negative, so that's why the pound is weak. We saw some sell, but it didn't even move massively. Just a short, some small pullback. It was just a short pullback. Okay, so now since all the time frames are moving down, where am I going to take my position? So with this one, it's just making a pullback. Okay, so normally I'm not interested in the pullbacks. I'm not interested in these pullbacks. So let me check out. This was a pair out. There was an opportunity on this pair. Okay. Yeah, so Euro card. Mhm. So Euro card has done the first move. It has done the first move. Uh, hmm. Okay, so let's reanalyze Euro card and see what's happening. So with Euro card, looking at the monthly time frame, looking at the monthly time frame. Okay, looking at the monthly time frame, looking at the monthly time frame, we're having this rejectional level over here. So we're having this rejectional level over here at the monthly time frame. So this is the current price. So you're having this rejectional level 2 as well over here at the monthly time frame. So we have another rejectional level over here. So looking at the weekly time frame. Okay. So the weekly time frame. Let me check it for. So this is the rejectional level for Euro card. So the monthly time frame. Okay. Looking at the weekly time frame. So price is currently on this strong rejectional level. So we have another rejectional level over here at the weekly time frame. So looking at the daily. So the daily is what? An uptrend. Looking at the H4. So price has now created this support level over here at the H4 time frame. Okay, price created a support level over here. So this point is going to be a strong rejectional level. But one thing is what? The daily is an uptrend. So this is just a counter trend at the daily time frame. It's just going to be a counter trend at the daily time frame. But the daily is an uptrend. It's only the H4, which is what? A downtrend. And even the move just took off around 6 a.m. Okay, the move took off around 6 a.m. So this would have been, so this is just a break and retest trade setup. Okay, This is just a break and retest trade setup. It took off around 6, but I think the body of the candle never closed below. So 1 to 4 weeks to reward, 1 to 1.4 weeks to reward. So if you look at the H1 time frame, yeah, so the H1 time frame, so it's going to be like something like a wick fill at the H1 time frame. Okay, so if it flips, it's going to be something like this. That's what it's going to be for the Euro card. For the Euro card. But the original move took off around the side. Okay. When this one created the support, it just took off. Okay, so we're expecting it to for maybe for the main move to start. Okay, you're expecting the main move to start, but this is a counter trend. Okay, because the daily is an uptrend and H42 is what, a downtrend. So this is not normally, this is not the trade setups I take. So this kind of trade setups I normally go in for A plus setups. Okay, so this is just a counter trend. So this is what I'm expecting it to happen on the daily time frame because of how strong that level is. Okay, because of how strong this level is, but it can easily get invalidated because the daily is what, an uptrend, and today is Friday, so we need to go in for what, quality trades. Okay, we need to go in for quality trades. So that's it for Euro card. So when it comes to GBP USD, so GBP USD is still trending. Okay, still making a pullback. It's still making a pullback. So I said with that one to the daily time frame is a downtrend. So normally I want all the trends to, I want trades that all the trend, the daily and H4 are moving the same direction. That's when I normally go in for. So with this one, it's just pulling back. And if you come down, you don't have clean zones. Okay, you don't have clean zones, so such trade setups will be very difficult for me to take. You don't have clean zones looking left, a lot of consolidations to your left. Okay, a lot of consolidation to your left, so I'm not allowed to go in for such trade. So looking at USD CHF, okay, so I think USD CHF was the one that. So looking at the USD CHF, this is the monthly time frame. So looking at USD CHF, let's look at USD CHF. So we're having the monthly time frame. The monthly time frame to be what? So these are the various rejectional level. These are the various rejectional level over here. So the reason is if price is moving up, okay, if price is moving up, it moves high, creates what, a low. So this low is going to be what, a resistance. Okay, this low is going to be the resistance level. This low is going to be the resistance level. So we don't have any news event again, unless maybe around 1:30 p.m. That's when you are going to be having the core retail sales and what, retail sales on card and core PCE. So aside those times, you don't have any news event again. Okay, so I think you are safe in case maybe you get a trade setup. You are safe to take. Okay, because the high impact news, the red folders are very important. You need to pay attention to them in case maybe you are executing. So you don't have any news. The only news event has been what, released. So the news event has been released. So there's no news event unless or until 11 a.m. That's when you are going to be having news event. Okay, that's when you are going to be having news event. So let's see. So USD CHF, we're having this support over here. So moving to the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, so let me put this one up over here. So these are the various projectional level. So the weekly time frame is an uptrend. Price made high and low high. So the weekly time frame is what? An uptrend. Price is currently retesting on this strong area. Okay, price is currently retesting on this strong area of interest. Okay, so you can see as the candle got to that side, you can see the rejection. Okay, you can see the rejectional level. As price got to that side, you can see the rejectional level. So price got rejected around that side. Price got rejected around that side. So the weekly time frame is an uptrend. Okay, the weekly time frame is an uptrend over here. The weekly time frame is an uptrend. Looking at the daily time frame, so currently the daily time frame price is pulling back. Okay, price is pulling back on the daily time frame. So this is where I'm expecting price to get rejected. This is where I'm expecting price to get rejected. So this is where I'm expecting to get rejected. So you can see this strong area over here. You can see this strong area over here. So looking at the H4 time frame, so the daily time frame, now you have noticed that the daily time frame is what? An uptrend. The H4 time frame too is as well a downtrend. But when it comes to the daily time frame, I'm expecting price, or I'm expecting the candle to come to this level, then the trend will continue up. Okay, I'm expecting the candle to come to this level, then the trend will continue up. So this is something I'm looking up for on the daily time frame. So price to pull back on this level, then the trend continues up. So looking at the H4 time frame, what's the trend for the H4 time frame? So the H4 time frame too is what? An uptrend. You get it? H4 time frame is an uptrend. Price made a high, currently made a low, high, low. So where are we expecting the rejectional level? So I'm expecting a rejectional level, price to get rejected over here. I'm expecting price to get rejected over here. So you can see the reason why this price got rejected around this level is because at this point price is very hot. This level is very strong. Okay, this level is very strong. That's why price is getting rejected. Okay, so I'm expecting price to come back to this level. If price come back to this level, maybe I'll just find an entry over here. So yesterday when I was looking at the trade I'll be taking, I was thinking maybe price is going to break above this one. Okay, price is going to break above this one, then I'll go in for a buy. This is what I was expecting because we had a clean zone over here. So I was thinking price is going to break above this one, then we go in for a buy. But something of that sort never happened. Okay, so maybe price is going to retrace since this level wasn't broken, this level wasn't able to break. Maybe price is going to come to this side and what? It will continue the downward move. Okay, because all the time frames are what? Uptrend. The weekly time frames are an uptrend, daily time frames are an uptrend, H4 time frame is what? As well an uptrend. Okay, so this is something I'm expecting it to happen on Euro USD. So I'm expecting the candle to retrace to this side. I'm expecting the candle to retrace to this side. So if the candle retraces to this side, Then I'll find an entry over here. Then I'll look for an entry. Okay. Then I'll look for an entry. So this is the point I'll be looking for my entry. So this is the point I'll be looking for. If price comes to this side, so it's the same thing. So the patterns, always the pattern is the same. So you look at Euro card, for instance. So this one played out outside our times, the times that we trade. So this one played out, I think yesterday, getting close to the Asian session. That's when it played out. That's when it played out. So this one happened during what, close to the Asian session. That's when it played out. So the same thing can happen on what? The same thing can happen on USD CHF. So mostly the patterns are what? Always mostly the same. The patterns are mostly the same. You get it? The patterns are mostly the same. So that's what you need to understand. The patterns are mostly the same. So I'm expecting the same pattern that happened on USD card. Okay, I'm expecting the same pattern that happened on USD card to happen on what? To happen on USD CHF. Okay, I'm expecting the same thing to happen on USD CHF. That's what I'm expecting it to happen. Okay, so let's look at gold and see. Or either price, this candle is going to break above this one. So we're having two scenarios over here. It's either price is going to retrace on this level, create the support, then we take the continuation, or it's either we are going to what, expect price to break above this one, something like this, or price to break above this one. Okay, price to break above this one like this. If it's close around this side, if it's close around this side, then what, we take, I take a buy. So I take a buy. Okay, then I take a buy. So this is something I'm expecting it to happen. Okay, so we're having two scenarios. Either price will come to this side, create a support, then I'll take a buy. Or if this kind of decide to flip up, if it's close above this side, because I will not be taking a trade over here. Okay, I will not have to take a trade around that side. So if price what break above this one, because this zone, if you look at the previous candle, you can see it has been rejected several times. Price has been rejected, getting rejected several times. So price tried to break this one, got rejected. Price tried to break this one, it got rejected. Okay, so it has been rejected several times. It has been rejected several times. So I'm expecting price to what? It has been rejected several times, so I'm expecting price to break before I'll make a decision. So I think Euro card has started playing out. Yeah, so if you look at the 15-minute time frame, if you look at the 15-minute time frame, it has started playing out. Yeah, so if it is moving down, this point is going to be a take profit point. Okay, so that's what I'm expecting on. That's what I'm expecting on USD CHF. Okay, that's what I'm expecting on USD CHF. I'm expecting price to get to this side and what break. So let's look at USD card. So USD card yesterday it gives a nice street setup. Yesterday USD card gave a nice street setup, but what it happens outside our trading zone. It's happening outside our trading zone. It happened outside our trading zone. It's happening outside our trading zone. So these are mostly the trade setups that I normally look for. You see how clean that trade is. So mostly these are the trade setups I normally look for. So it's always advisable if you are trading the major pairs, it normally gives you a good trade setups, and at the same time as compared to trading pair like Euro card and those styles, the spread is very high. Okay, this time the spread is very high because a lot of people are not trading. The banks are on holidays and other stuff. So the spread, if you take a trade on this one, for instance, you are going to be in drawdown for a very long time. So the spread on these trades are very, very hot, high. So I don't recommend you trade the crossing and exotic pairs. So if you trade major pairs, I think the spread is going to be okay this time. So next week I will not be trading. That's it. Next week I will not be trading because the market condition is not favorable this time. The market condition is not favorable this time. So next week I will be taking. I'll be off from the chart. Okay, I'll be off from the chart. So this week is going to be the last week for the year. So the rest of the weeks I'm not going to be streaming. I'll just take off out because the market is not favorable for trading. The market is not favorable for day trading. So let's check out USD cards. So as I'm saying, USD card, I did the analysis, everything. Okay. So I think now I've really mastered my trade setup. If I see it, the moment I see it, so next year I will be giving signals back to back next year. I'll try my best to give signals back to back on my Telegram channel. So if you are not yet in the Telegram channel, then I think you have to find out where the Telegram channel is, because next year I'll try my best to. So within a week, at least every week, you can be getting one or two trade setups. I'll be sending it over there. Okay. I've really mastered my trade setups. I've really mastered my entries. I've really mastered my setups. I've really mastered my setup. So you see, this one is one of my favorite trade setups. Price broke out, made a retest, created what a support over here. What happened? Price up. Okay, so because it was during the Asian session, that's why price never even get to the target. But price, this was the target. This was the main target. So price was close to the target, and it started what pulling back. Okay, price was close to the target, and it started pulling back. Price was close to the target, and it started pulling back. So you need to master your trade. You need to master your entries, the things that you normally look for. Okay, the things that you normally. So if you see this setup, price broke out, made a retest, trend continuation. So this same thing happened on Euro card too. That played out before then. So you see, this one's what broke out, made a retest, price created what this support over here. What happened? The trend continued. You get it? The trend continued. So it's the same thing happened on USD card. You get it? It's the same thing that happened on USD card. Price broke out. USD card, so price broke out, created the support. This is Euro card. Price created a breakout at what a bearish move, created this resistance over here. What happened? Trend continuation. Okay. So the market repeats itself. The market repeats itself every day. So you just have to master your setups, and what when it happens, you just execute. Master your setup when it happens, you execute. Master your setup when it happens, you execute. So that's all for trading. So looking at USD card. So what am I expecting? So the whole of this week. So last week, this week I sent a signal on this buy on USD card, and it played out perfectly. Okay, it played out, and it even went more than 1 2. So we took the trade. I sent the signal. Price was around the side, and I said I'm expecting a pullback to the next zone. Then price will take off. But price has even moved. Price has moved like, looking at the risk to reward. Sorry, this is a buy position. Looking at the risk to reward, price has moved like what? Price has moved like 1 to 5 risk to reward. Okay, so price has really gone far, and it's what it's got retraced, created another opportunity over here, which happened. So this move happened around 18. So that means 6 p.m. GMT. So this move happened 6 p.m. GMT. So it moved around 6 p.m. GMT yesterday. So it wasn't in my trading zone. The times that I normally execute trade, this trade wasn't in my trading zone. So that's why I didn't take advantage of. But I analyzed everything, and what it played out perfectly. So it moved like 20 something pips. So price moved like 52 pips. Wow. Price moved like 52 pips. So the timing wasn't favorable, even though I was watching, but the timing wasn't favorable. Okay, so that's it. If you know your setups, things are going to be very easy. So let's reanalyze everything and see what you are going to be expecting. So looking at the monthly time frame, on the monthly time frame, price has created this support level over here. Price has created a support level over here. So looking at your left, price created a support level. So if price has created a support broken out from this zone, okay, if price has broken out from this zone, what are you expecting? You're expecting a retest to this level, then the trend will continue. The trend will continue. But this is what at the monthly time frame. Okay, this is what you need to understand. This is at the monthly time frame. This is at the monthly time frame. So looking at the weekly time frame, so the weekly trend is what? A downtrend. Price has what? Broken out. Price made high, low, high. Price has broken out. What are you expecting? A retracement. A retracement. So where is the current market? So this is the current market price. So if price is retracing, it's going to retrace on this level. Price is going to retrace on this level. Again, retrace on this level. Retrace on this level. So if price is coming down at the weekly time frame, so these are the various rejectional levels that I'm expecting price to what? Retrace on. So I'm expecting price to get rejected on this level. Price to get rejected on this level. Price to get rejected on this level too as well. So these are the various rejectional levels I'm expecting price to what? Retrace on. Okay. So this is what USD card on the weekly time frame. So the weekly trend is what? The weekly trend is what? An uptrend. Looking at the daily trend. What's the daily trend? The daily trend too is as well an uptrend. Price made high, pull back, made additional high, pull back again. So currently the trend is what? An uptrend. Okay, the trend is an uptrend at the daily time frame. So if price is going to reject, it's going to get rejected. If price starts pulling up, or if price starts moving up, this is the level it is going to get rejected. This is the level it is going to get rejected. Okay, price is going to get rejected on this level. Price is going to get rejected on this level. Okay, so the weekly time frame, looking at the weekly time frame, so the weekly time frame is what? The weekly time frame trend is what? An uptrend. Okay, the weekly time frame trend is an uptrend. Looking at the daily time frame, the daily time frame trend is also what? The daily time frame trend is also an uptrend. Okay, the daily time frame trend is also an uptrend. If price pull back over here, as price has gotten to this side, you can't take a buy over here. Okay, you can't take a buy over here, because if you take a buy in the middle of the range, the chances that price can trade on a strong area of interest. So some people will call it what? Some people normally take trades on what? They make sure they are taking trades on psychological levels and other stuff. So you need to make sure you are taking trade on what? A strong area of interest, an area where price is going to find it very difficult to break through. Okay, an area where price is going to find it difficult to break through. Those are the areas you need to what? Consider taking a trade. But this area, even though it's a daily time frame, I'm very sure if you move to the lower time frames, maybe price might maybe get into it might be getting to a support or a resistance level. But the daily time frame, taking a buy over here or taking a sell over here is going to cause what? Harm to your account. You get it? It's going to cause harm to your account. It's going to cause harm to your account. So you need to always make sure price is getting to this side before what? You take a buy. Before you take a buy. Before you take a buy. So the weekly time frame and the daily time frame are all in the same direction, an uptrend. But currently, the daily time frame is just making a pullback. So if suppose maybe I'm going to take a trade on the daily time frame, I would love price to what? Come back to this side. But let's look at the left and see whether there was price action to the left. So if you look at your left hand, you can see the only support or resistance level or the reactional levels is at this side. This is the current market price. So you can see the hidden line over here. So the hidden line is the where the current market price is. So if you see the current market price, you notice that price is what? In a zone where there's no support or resistance level. So the only support or resistance level is at the weekly time frame. This is where we are going to get the what? Rejectional level. Okay, this is where you are going to get that. So this is the rejectional level. So you can see if you see the previous, or if you watch the previous candle very well, you notice that what? This candle tried to break this one. This candle tried to break, tried to move down, and it got rejected by the level. Okay, so the chances that this level is this candle is also going to get rejected is very high. You get it? It is also very high. It is also very high. So we are expecting price to get to this strong area of interest. So mostly the daily and the daily and weekly time frame levels are very strong. Okay. So if you move to the H4 time frame, what's the trend? The trend for the H4 time frame is what? An uptrend. You can see price made high, created a higher high. It creates high, it's pulled back, it creates an additional high, it's pulled back. So you can see the higher high hasn't been broken. Okay, it's getting maintained. So it's still got an uptrend. Okay, it's still an uptrend. So I'm expecting price to what? Get rejected on this level. Price to get rejected on this level. I'm expecting price to get rejected on this level. Then what? We see a continuation. So these are the various levels I would love to take trade on. So if price is moving down, okay, if price is moving down, currently I would not love to take the sell because majority of the time frames are all pointing down. The weekly time frame is pointing down, the daily time frame is pointing down, the H4 time frame is pointing down. So I don't want to take a short-term sell. I'm not interested in that. I want a bigger move. Okay. So I normally want to trade with the trend. So if we're looking at the trend is what? All the time frames are pointing down. So I would love to take a buy. I want to put myself in a position where I'm not going to be stuck in a trade. So I just want to put myself in a position where I will get a trade. Like I will get a trade that will run for a very long time, or that will run for long. Okay. That will run for long. So I would love to take a sell, a buy on USD card. So if price gets to this zone, so this is the point I would love to take a sell, a buy. So if price gets to this side, okay, if price come back, gets rejected on this level, before I will take a buy. But before I will take a buy, I need to look for an confirmations. So these are the confirmation I would love to check it out. If price retest on this level, if price gets rejected on this level, okay, if price gets rejected on this level, creates a support, over here, creates a support over here. That's when, so that's where I would love, so the support is going to be a bullish candle. So if it creates a support over here, then I'll go in for what? I'll go in for a buy. So these are the trades that I would love to see. Okay, this is what I would love to be seen on USD card. Or price will come down. Okay, come down to this side, like the same thing that happened on gold yesterday. So yesterday we targeted this level on gold. So you see, this kind of trade setup has been failing. It sometimes happen, it's played out, sometimes it will fail. So you can see this one, price created a resistance over here, it failed. Price today too created a resistance over here. So yesterday I was expecting the whole day, I was expecting the sell on what? On gold. If you can remember, I was expecting this sell on the live stream. I was expecting this sell, and price was decided to invalidate this one, but the timing wasn't favorable. Okay, the timing wasn't favorable, and the same thing as is happening over here. Price is creating another support resistance over here. So we are expecting a continuation of the trend, but now the high has been broken. Okay, the high has been broken. That's the problem now. The high has been broken. If not, the high has been broken, I think a flip would be good because price has now created a resistance. But since the H4 high has been broken, the chances that price will continue up is very high. Okay, the chances that price will continue, price is going to what? Continue up is very high since the high has been broken. Okay, so I will not love to take a sell. I will not love to take a sell. So the same setup has happened. So you need to understand your setup. You know your playbook. Okay, get to understand your playbook, and trading is going to be fun to play if you know your playbook. So you see, every day when I come to the chart, so this same setup, okay, okay. So I think the same setup that I'm expecting on USD card here played out over here. The same setup played out over here. So I'm expecting the same setup to over here for it to play out. That's what I'm expecting it to happen. So the market, according to the way I trade, the market for December hasn't been giving me good opportunities. It hasn't been presenting me an opportunities more often. Okay, so I'm expecting either price will get rejected over here, or it will come. It will, if it decides to break the support and comes down over here, then I'll be expecting the same thing. Okay, so at least if this one refuse, if this, so normally you give yourself chances. Okay, you give yourself chance. It doesn't mean, as I'm saying, price is going to get rejected over here. It's going to, like, the moment it get there, then you start taking trade. So that's why normally we do what? We wait for confirmations. We don't just execute when price gets to an area of interest. We wait for confirmations. okay, maybe this candle has formed, this bullish candle has formed, price has broken out and engulfed the previous bullish candle. That's when you are going to take a trade. So we wait for confirmation. If price gets to your area of interest, or price gets your point of your level, your rejectional level, you normally wait for what? Confirmations. Okay, so it doesn't mean if price get there automatically you are going to execute what? A buy. That's not how it's being played. You wait for confirmation. So if price gets here, even though it's a strong level, it's a strong area of interest, that doesn't mean I have to execute a buy straightforward. I have to look for what? Confirmations. So what are some of the confirmations I'll look for? So this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. If price gets to this side, if price gets to this side, okay, if price gets to this side, I'll be looking for confirmation. So the confirmation is going to be what? A bullish, maybe price creating a support. So the support is going to be something like this. The support is going to be something like this. The support is going to be something like this. If price creates that support, then what? I'll take a buy. So similar thing like this, similar thing like what happened over here. So you see what happened over here. Similar thing that I'm expecting it to happen over here. The same scenario I'm expecting over here. Okay. So these are my trade setups I'll be looking out for. These are the trade setups I'll be looking out for on USD card. Okay, but today one thing is what? Today is Friday, and we are getting to what? The festive season too as well. So you need to understand that price is going to be very slow. So today is going to be my last trading day for the year. Okay, I'm not going to just waste my time with this chubby price action. No clarity in price action. So next week I'll be off from the chart. So this is what I'm expecting. So let me draw it again. I've forgotten I cleared it. Let me bring everything back. Okay, so these are the scenarios. These are the scenarios. So these are the various scenarios I'm expecting on USD card to play out. So let's check out on gold and see. So looking at gold, so yesterday, the whole of yesterday, I was looking for this sell to happen on gold and it refused to play out. So looking at gold, looking at the monthly time frame, I'm coming. Okay, so looking at gold on the monthly time frame, looking at gold on the monthly time frame, Looking at gold on the monthly time frame, you're having this rejectional level here. You're having this rejectional level here on the monthly time frame. Looking at the weekly time frame too as well. Looking at the weekly time frame, we have this rejectional level. So this is the rejectional level. So we're having this support over here at the weekly time frame on gold. So the weekly time frame trend is what? A downtrend, okay? The weekly time frame trend is a downtrend. Price broke out, made a rate test, consolidated. Okay, so looking at the daily time frame. So what's the daily time frame trend? The daily time frame trend is what? A downtrend as well. Price has created this support level over here. Price has created a support level over here. So you can see this point has now become a strong zone. This level has now become what? A strong zone. This level has now become a strong zone. So I normally call it golden zone. So moving to the H4 time frame. So the daily time frame, if you change it to a line chart, a candle chart, you can see that the daily time frame trend is what? An uptrend. So it's created what? It's created this support over here. It has created this support over here. So looking at the H4 time frame, the H4 time frame, the H4 time frame trend too is what? So the H4 time frame trend is kind of chubby, but the trend is a downtrend. Price has created, price broke out, made lower low, made what? Low, lower low. Okay, so the moment this one broke, it created what? A lower low again, created this lower, lower high over here, created this low. Okay, so the trend is still what? A downtrend at this point on gold. So when it comes to the various rejectional level, price has created this rejectional level over here. Price has created this rejectional level over here. So you were expecting price to flip to fill the zone. Okay, you're expecting price to fill the zone around the side, but it has broken the high of the previous candle. Okay, the high of the previous candle has been broken. So what I'm still opting for what? A buy. Sorry, I'm still opting for what? A sell. I'm not still interested in a buy. I'm still interested in what? A sell. So what I'm waiting for is what? Price to flip bearish, then it will continue. But before that, I'll wait for the candle, the H4 candle to close, because the H4 candle has broken this one. So it tells you that what? Candle structure has shifted trend to what? An uptrend. Okay, it tells you that candle structure has shifted trend to an uptrend. So I have to wait for what? The candle to again shift trend to what? A downtrend before I will what? Go in for a sell. So at this point, I would love to see the candle breaking below. Okay, I would love to see the candle breaking below. So this is the scenario I would love to see. So sometimes this one can just flip bearish. Okay, so it can just leave a long wick over here. It can just leave a long wick and price will just continue. So it can just leave a long wick like this. It can just leave a long wick. So this will be a bearish candle. It can just leave a long wick, something like this. Okay, it can just leave a long wick and price what will continue down. Okay, and price will continue down. So if it happens like this, if it happens, it's supposed to, if this one happens to close like this, then this is the point. So this will be the closing price. So this is the point I would love to what? Take a sell. Okay, this is the point I would love to take a sell. This is the point I would love to take a sell. If price break below open close, okay, so this is the closing price. So this point will be the opening. Okay. So when gold flip, if the candle flips bearish, close below this one, that is when I would love to what? Take a sell. But at this point, the candle is still the H4 candle is still bullish candle. It's still moving up. So I will not love to what go in for this sell. The buy. I would love the candle to what flip bearish, close within the range. Now the range has been broken. So I allow the candle to uh, close within the range. If it close within the range, okay, like something like this scenario, if price close within the range, then what? The flip of the candle, the next candle flipping, then I will take the buy. Okay, so this is what I would love to see on gold. Well, if you look at the H1 time frame too, the H1 time frame is what an uptrend. So the chances that price might even continue up over here is very high. The chances that price will continue up is very high. The chances that it will continue up over here is going to be very high. But one thing is what you need to be very careful, because the times that you are in is not, we are not in good times. Okay, we are not in good times. So price is kind of chubby. If you are not careful, you are going to lose a lot. So I think you need to be very careful when it comes to trade execution. So the 30 minutes, the H1 time frame, if I'm looking for a sell, since the higher time frames, the weekly time frame is a downtrend. Okay, the weekly time frame is a downtrend, the daily time frame is a downtrend, H4 time frame is also a downtrend. Again, I will not pay attention to the smaller time frame unless maybe you are trying to scalp, trying to make some short moves. But if you are looking to the long term, then I think the higher time frame, you need to follow the higher time frame. So following the higher time frame, since they are all downtrend, then the H1 I will not be paying attention to. But so the H1 time frame trend is looking good. If you look left, so price can continue up to this side. Okay, but I'm not interested in that buy. I'm interested in the sell. I want to follow the H4 trend. So if you look at the trend over here, so you see this scenario, price price broke out, created this support over here. You see the continuation, the same thing happened over here. Price created a bullish candle, give us a support or a resistance, and what price broke out. So the chance, and when price broke out, it got or it had to what the next rejectional level. So it's the same thing. The same thing can happen today too on this side. Price has broken out, created price moved high, created or pullback, created this support over here. It has now broken the high. So the chances that price is going to continue up to this side and what start selling is very high. But as I said, I'm not interested in this buy. I rather look for a sell on what gold. Okay, I rather look for a sell on gold. That's what I'll be looking for, because I normally follow the higher time frame trend. Okay, I normally follow the higher time frame trend. That's what normally I look for. That's what normally I look for. That's what normally I look for. Yeah, so USD card is doing as we said. USD card is doing as we said. USD card is doing as we said. Okay, so looking at the fundamentals to around 130, we are going to be having core retail sales and retail sales. So normally the core retail sales is the most impactful one. Okay, so with the core retail sales on the Canadian dollar, they are expecting, the forecast is what 0.2, and looking at the previous numbers, they are expecting 0.9 on core retail sales. Okay, so the previous numbers they're expecting 0.9, but the forecast one is 0.2. Okay, 0.2, so which is what, which is very low as compared to the previous one. It is very low as compared to the previous one. So what are you expecting it to happen on card? So I'm expecting card weakness. Okay, so since core retail sales is very low, that means what? It is bad for the economy. If it is bad for the economy, it's going to affect the currency too as well. So I'm expecting weakness in card. So the release of the data is going to affect card. Okay, and at the same time, so we are going to be having core PCE price index. So it's also consumer expenditure. So price producer is it consumer expenditure, personal consumption expenditure. Okay, so personal consumption expenditure. So it's similar to inflation. Okay, it's similar to inflation. So I'm expecting that one to. So if it is 0.2 as compared to the previous one is 0.3, then I'm expecting if inflation is very low, then what? If inflation is low, then interest rate is going to be what? Either maintain its value, they're going to maintain the rate, or they are going to cut the rate. So if inflation is low, personal consumption expenditure is low, then it's not good for the currency or it's not good for the country. So I'm expecting weakness to in the dollar. So that one is going to happen around 130. Uh, the New York, the New York session. That's when it's going to happen. So the Hamatan has started. Wow. So the Hamatan has started. Yeah. So that's what I'm expecting it to happen on the various pairs. So card is doing as we are saying. I'm expecting it to retreat. Then the trend will continue. So exactly what I'm expecting it to happen. Okay. So that's what I'm expecting it to happen. So so far there's no opportunities for me. No opportunities so far for me. No opportunity. So this one, I'm expecting price to move down. So the market hasn't been presenting good opportunities these days. With USD CHF2, as I'm saying, I'm expecting price to come down, move down to this side. Okay, the chances that it will move down is very high, or it will just flip, move up, and what it will continue. But there's no volume in the market, so as I'm saying, those trading the $10, $20 are the ones moving price. So we are not going to. So next week is even going to be it's going to be very bad. Going to be very bad. No clear price action. So you can see from GBP USD, the whole of December, it hasn't given me even any opportunity so far. The whole of December, it hasn't given me any good opportunity so far. Yeah, so that's it. That's what I'm expecting to happen. So is anyone having a question? If there's no question, I'm going to call it. So let me check BTC2 out. So trading BTC, the BTC is high. Looking at the weekly time frame, the weekly time frame trend is what? The weekly time frame trend is also an uptrend over here. Price has created this uptrend over here at the weekly time frame. Looking at the weekly time frame, we're having this resistance to as well over here. So the weekly trend is what? An uptrend. Looking at the daily trend, the daily trend is what? We're having this resistance over here. So the daily trend is a downtrend. So at this point, you're having a lot of consolidations. Price is consolidating over here. Looking at the H4 time frame, yeah. So there's also no clarity. So, but I'm thinking price since the the low has been broken. If you change it to line chart, so you can see the low has been broken, but there was not clarity over there. So I'm expecting maybe price to move up to this side. Okay. That's where I'm expecting price to head for the Bitcoin. Yeah, so that's it. So Euro card is playing out, but Euro card is not a pair. I think it's good to trade it. Euro card is not a pair. It's good to trade. There's a spread on it alone. Unless you price move like 100 pips before it will start taking you. So you see the same scenarios that have been given is what happened over here. The same scenario happens over here. Okay, the same scenario happened over here. Price broke out, created this resistance. When this bearish candle closed, okay, when this bearish candle closed, it created this resistance over here. Price has created a resistance at this point. Okay, so this resistance, aside this resistance, we are having what, one resistance two over here, another resistance two over here. So it tells you how strong this level is. And already the H4 gave us what, a resistance. So what happened? At the flip, when the candle broke this one, it gives you a confirmation that the move is about to start. And you can even find an entry at the lower time frame. So let's look at the lower time frame and see. If you look at the lower time frame, you can see price gave us a clean at the H1 time frame. The market, or price gave a nice market structure. Price broke out, made a pullback, broke out over here. The moment the bearish candle broke, it gives a nice market structure. So there was a shift in trend at the H1 time frame, and it's pulled back. What are you expecting? So this is the point you could have taken an entry, a sell entry. So price just moved straight, okay, and now it is creating additional what, a pullback again, and what's creating an additional market structure over here. Okay, so these are some of the setups that I normally look for in a trade. So price broke, give a clear structure at the 30-minute too as well. So from the H4 time frame downtrend, 30-minute downtrend, 30-minute to what, downtrend. Okay, so all the from H4 to 30-minute, they are all downtrend. So you look for market structure. So this would have been the point I would have taken a sell. Okay, this would have been the point when price broke out, made a red test. Okay, when it made a red test, then I'll take a sell at this point. You get it? And I'll take a sell at this point. So the chances that it will continue down is very high because this one just left a wick. Okay, its price didn't get to its full potential. So this is the potential. I'm expecting price to get to the side. Okay, I'm expecting price to get to the side at the 30 minutes at the H1 time frame, H4 time frame. But price action, the market is kind of chubby price action. Nothing is moving. Nothing is moving. Price action. So I've never experienced December like, so you see, it's also good to keep records of your trades. Okay, it's also good to keep records for your trades so next year when you are coming to December, I'll just pull up, go to my history and see my past what. So that's why it's always good to keep track of your trades. So next year, so now I'm having a full, it's not even a full year track record. Okay, I'm having like from May to December track record. When I start the year, if I get to a year that I've traded it before, so if I move to what's the name of this website? My FX books. I will just go to my FX books. If I go to my FX book, okay, I'll just come to my history, check out what happened in the months I'm going to trade, my past history, what did they tell me? Okay, So next time, if I'm about to reach December, I'll just look at the chart. I'll just come to my chart. I'll just come to the chart. So I'll come to my history and check it out. Okay, so that the month I'm about to be ushered in, what was my history? What was my past data? Okay, I'll just check what was my past data. So when I came to May, so mostly the best month to trade is the second and the third quarter. Those are the best months. Okay, so January, February, sometimes price is not going to be moving like as massive as like that. So if I check, I'll come to my track record. Oh, May. Okay, May I had a good month, so that means May normally price moves very well. When I move to June, oh June I think it's a good month. So I'll just be very confident coming into that month. But when we come to December, since I'm having a bad track record, I'll just be patient to execute. So that's when I will just be maybe executing only A plus setup trades. Okay, because I'm having bad track record. I'm having bad track record on what December. This December has been very bad for me. It looks like I'm just hitting stop loss back to back to back. It looks like I've not traded before. When we were getting close to November, so November, one or two things, that's why I even went into drawdown. I would have been positive month, but one or two things, that's why I got this drawdown. So December was like, it looks like December has been very bad for me. December has been very bad for me. So I will just be careful when I'm coming into another December again. Okay, so that's the importance of having track record, keeping records for on your trades. You need to have a track record. Okay, you need to have a track record. You need to have a track record of your trades. So it's very important. So those who are asking the website, so even if you start out, even if you're having a small account, just link your account to my FX book. Okay, link your account to my FX books and keep track of your trades. Keep track of your trades. It's very important. So that when you are coming into the next month, when you are coming to a new month, you just reflect on the previous month, what happened, so that you'll be able to make good decisions. You are going to be executing A plus setups, not average trades. Okay, not average trades. Okay, so as I'm saying, maybe from next week I'll not be streaming. So let's see. Either I'll come, if I come to, you get to know. And next week, let's see. Maybe I'll come around, but just to analyze the market, but not to trade, because you are heading to the festive season. So that's what you need to understand. We are heading to the festive season. We are heading to the. So you need to use. Okay, so USDCHF is doing what you said. So you need to prepare. Okay, if you don't have a plan, you need to sit down and draft a trading plan on how you are going to be tackling the year to come. Okay, how you are going to be tackling your trades in the upcoming year. Okay, how you are going to be disciplined, everything. So you need to trading is a business, so you need to have a business plan for the upcoming year. What time are you going to be taking trades? What time are you going to be what normally what account size, maybe if you plan on getting a profit, and those things, or you need to make sure you have plans for it that are going to be consistent. So this year has been one of my great year because I've been really consistent on the chart, and I've seen results too as well. So this year I think it's it's a good year for me. It's a good year for me. This year it's a good year for me. The next year too, you're expecting the vibes to continue. So you need to have a plan. If you don't have a trading plan, use next week to prepare. Don't be in rush to trade without no plan. So you need to plan your year to come. Okay. If you are now figuring out how to trade too, you need to study hard, learn your system. Okay. Learn your system. Normally, what are you going to be seeing, or what are you going to be looking for before you execute a trade? So all these things you need to consider before you execute. So you need to write them down. Okay. Write down the things you are normally going to be looking for, the setup, how you are going to be analyzing the market and those stuff. So because trading, when you're trying to figure out your system, it becomes very difficult. Figuring out your system becomes very difficult, but with consistency, persistency, with the resilience, effort, and those stuffs, I think you will come out successfully. So you need to plan. Okay. You need to plan plan to execute. So next year we need to be disciplined and other stuff. You need to be disciplined and other stuffs. Last This year I was very disciplined. I was really disciplined. I think from it was November, it October, that's when I even start trading different pairs. So from I think from January, February, from March to September, I traded only one pair, GBP USD. I traded one pair throughout September. This thing from March to September, I traded only one pair. So I was very disciplined. Okay, so November is when I started trading other pairs, and it was good, but okay. So I've learned a lot of lessons. I've learned a lot of lessons this year. So we are going to continue the vibe. So you just have to sit down and reflect how your life is going to be. So life is all about designing your life. Okay, you need to design your life in a way that you love, or you love, like you love. Life is all about design. It's like a movie. You decide the character you want to play. Okay, so design your life in a way that it's going to be something that you yourself will like it. So this year, I think this year has been one of the great years in my life. I've seen a massive improvement in my life, a lot of good things. Okay, because I prepared, I planned, I worked hard towards that. So you need to also work hard. It's possible. It's not easy though, but it's possible. If you really work hard, it's possible you can achieve it. Okay. It's all about working hard towards it. If you work hard, there's no way you can't achieve whatever you want to achieve in life. Just work hard towards it. Persistent. Whether by some people, one thing is what some people are much concerned about when they are failing, when they are not seeing results. Whether results or no results, continue. Whether results or no results, but make sure you are learning from your mistakes. Okay. If you fail, ask yourself, make sure you sit down, reassess or reanalyze yourself, and figure out why you failed in all aspects or in all areas of life. Just implement these things. If you fail in anything that you are doing, don't be giving up. Don't be someone who easily give up on things. If you fail, just sit down and ask yourself, so why did I even fail? What am I doing wrong? Just find someone who is doing it right and model the way the person is doing, and just tweak, refine. Okay, refine. And I think with time you get it. So don't expect it to happen very quick. It's going to take time though. But with refinement, things are going to make sense. Okay, things are going to make sense. So sometimes it looks, sometimes it feels discouraging, especially if you are working on something and you are not seeing results. It's kind of discouraging. But please, that for you to be successful, it's going to take you time. It's going to take you time. You need to push, 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 push. Sometimes it's not making sense, but the more you are putting in the reps, the more you are doing it, the more you are doing it. Okay, you are gaining experience. I didn't start trading like this those times, so now I can predict. So you see, sometimes I predict the market. I will draw the way the thing I'm expecting the thing to do, and it will play out because I've done it over and over and over again. I wasn't seeing result, but I was pushing myself, learning from those who are seeing result, pushing myself, pushing myself. And now I think things are making sense to me now. Okay, even though we have not gotten to the level you want to get into, but things are making sense. Okay. So at the beginning stage, things are not going to make sense. If you start out in anything, things are not going to make sense. So take it slow. Some people rush the process by what? Especially when it comes to trading. They normally go in big. Like, you've not figured it out. You don't know what works for you. So why are you going in big? Okay. Why are you going in big if you have not figured out what works? If you don't have a plan, why do you want to go in big? So there's a saying, or sometimes they use this, they will be saying, what do you call it? They normally say no risk, no reward, or yeah, no risk, no reward. No risk. You need to, anytime you are going to take a risk on something, you need to make sure you have done your due diligence. Okay, do your due diligence in anything that you are going to be doing. You don't have to just start and just be going in big. That's not how it goes. Just do your due diligence. Your due diligence is when you are going to study about the investments you are going to be what you are going to venture. Study the investment, see the ins and outs, learn the ins and outs and those stuff, so that you know the risks to be apportioned to the decision you want to make. Okay, but if you have not figured it out, if you don't understand what you are doing and you said you are going in big, you are getting it wrong. So just be patient in anything that you do. Make sure you understand before you risk, and risk according to your understanding level. So in trading, trading is the best way to learn, to study life or learn life, because in trading, you increase your lot sizes when you realize that you are seeing consistency. So it's the same thing in life, or it's the same thing in all areas of life. You need to make sure you understand what you are doing before you risk. Okay, before you risk. So that's the best way to go. So don't just wake up and start risking big whilst you don't understand what you are doing. You are rather going to be broke. You are rather going to be broke. So take it slow. Don't rush the process. The moment you start seeing things clicking, then you're going in big. Okay, then you're going in big. So I think that's the best way to go by things. So currently, price is getting rejected on the level we talked about. Price is currently getting rejected by the level we talked about. So I'm expecting. So as this is what I drew. I'm expecting price to create. So this one has already been created, but you need to wait for the candle to close. So this one can just be a wick. So if you look at USD card, you can see the long wick over here. So it can be similar thing on USD CHF. So this one can just be a wick. So you need to wait for the candle to close. If the candle close, that's when we make decision. Okay, that's when we make decision. Okay, so any question? Okay, so if there's no question, I think I'll call it a session over here. So see you. So Monday I might streaming. So it depends. So if anything, you just put the channel. So you guys didn't like the stream. You only one person gave a like to the stream. All right. So just put the channel on notification. Anytime I come live, you get to know. So see you all same time tomorrow. Sorry, see you all